Hey yo people, it's Shelltastic here with Shelltastic Sports. How you all doing? I know I've missed out on a few videos. It wasn't really I wasn't watching the games as much. Or I didn't get a chance to do the video. So I've been watching the games. Correct me, but I just haven't had a chance to sit down and do the video. So yeah, but I'm gonna go through this video now. Qatar versus Senegal. Good game. Senegal dominated for most of that game. Qatar had their moments. I was at one point towards the end getting concerned that Qatar might not actually score a goal in this whole tournament. It didn't really look much of a threat. The last 20 minutes, half an hour of that second half, they started to do and put more pressure on Senegal. It finished 3-1, so they did manage to score a goal. I was getting concerned would they be the first ever host nation never to even score in the tournament. But they did get, and they actually played well up until they scored the third one. Senegal, when it was 2-1, they could have got another one. They were threatening. So you just wonder why haven't they just kind of gone after games a bit more, rather than be a bit cautious, and go out that way, because they have got decent bit of players. Got two decent players up front, and got decent play. So you're just starting to wonder why they just haven't just go for it a bit more. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good game. I can't lie, it was a good game. 3-1 to Senegal in the end. So they've got themselves back on track now to be competitive to get out of this group. Obviously they lost the first game to the Dutch in the first game, but they had to win this game. They did. Obviously Qatar are the first team out at the time, the first team knocked out of the competition. Yeah, so Senegal put themselves in a good position now to where it's going to be probably between there's three teams, and obviously the Dutch, Ecuador, and obviously themselves to get through. Two of those three can only go through, so it'll be interesting going into the last round of games. I'm going to do the video about that, get the other game as well. So yeah, good game, good quality. Senegal played really well for the majority of it. They were always in the ascendancy. They're moving the ball well. They're obviously clinical up front. And I just look at this team thinking, if they just had Mane. It's just a shame that Mane got picked up injury just prior to the World Cup, because that team would transform with Mane in it completely from an attacking sense. So there is moments where they just do, in the final third, where you could just see if Mane was there, there would be such a bigger problem to not just say someone like Qatar, even teams that are a bit better than Qatar. They'd cause them all kinds of nightmares. Remember, they're the reigning champions of African Cup of Nations champions. And I was watching that tournament early this year, and they were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, they're just missing Mane X factor, but they did well. And they put themselves in a good position to even get through. So we'll see how it goes. And as for Qatar, look, I was impressed, especially that second half. I was impressed how they actually kind of went in there and said, what we got to lose? No one expects us to get through this group. You know what I mean? And there's been so much talk about this tournament being in Qatar and stuff like that. Why not just go out there and just put a fight on? And that's what I wanted to see from the first game against Ecuador. Just go out there and show what you are. No one expects you to win this thing. No one expects you to get out of the group. Just go out there, play nice football, but also be a bit more aggressive, try and sustain attacks. And, you got the home fans naturally. They're all going to be on your side regardless of whatever the results are. They're always going to be with you. So yeah, I think that's one thing they can take from the tournament, that maybe if they can qualify for the next tournament, just to go out there and have a go. Rather, football's a game where you got to go have a go at some point. You can't always just sit and just defend and put people behind the box and stuff like that. Sometimes I show the opposition too much respect. Just go out there, have a go, express yourself, and you never know what happens in football. Trust me. We've seen shocks in this tournament already. We've seen the shocks with Saudi Arabia, Argentina. We've seen Japan, Germany. There's no one that's invincible that can't in tournament football that can't get touched, that can't get surprised. I just feel that they, at the end of the tournament, they might just feel that way. Mostly they got one more game to play against the Dutch, so it won't be no mean feat either. But just have a go, man. You never know what can happen. So yeah, that's what I'll say for this game. So yeah, it was a good game, definitely a good game. What do you guys think? Did you have similar views to me? Or did you see, or did I miss a point that you saw, or did you see a slightly different game to me? Leave your comments in the section below. That was just on a video that I've missed out on. I've got a few to get through, so I'm gonna kind of move on from this one. But yeah, just leave the comments in the section below. Like, share, subscribe, all that beautiful stuff, people. And your boy Chef has to be back with a new video very, very soon. Peace.